Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. A fatal crash in Puerto Rico leads to 1 death. And drinking and driving has a bad ending for 1 male on Tinian. Also tonight, the NMC campus is ready to move forward with rebuilding. We have the details. In sports, 2 baseball officials step aside after 56 years of volunteer service. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
For all those going out each day, doing what they can to hold us all together, we're here to help those helping us all by keeping our lights on.
A meal replacement smoothie is a great way to keep your fitness goals on track during the holiday season, and they taste great, fast, and easy. The December smoothie of the month is Minty Java Chocolate Chip, and it's just $5. Check out the Shake Cafe, Gold's Gym, Garapan.
Buenos dias, Kiko. Kaigizugini gi entrada ni Pacific Docomo. Bangof adjudante isti idocomo staff gwini. Zambangof maudik exhibitionia. Undang kulu na si Jus maasi. Niu na judazidu after manu para be download za babina sepi isti i ski lino app. Esta ana libranu ju isti za parafa di babi fifila. Ni para be fanapasi dapat baby take off ni sisidokto. Docomo Pacific, ingway zaha, pago, dyan imamayla na tempo. Si Jules maasi.
Hafa Day Turawami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Monday, February 1st, 2021. One individual is dead after a dump truck smashed into a Honda Ridgeline pickup truck at the red light in Puerto Rico. According to the driver of the garbage truck, he was heading south to their office on Mill Road when the pickup truck driving the opposite direction made a left turn while the light was still red. The 2 vehicles collided. DPS Press Secretary Adrian Pangilinan says the pickup truck had 2 individuals in the front and 1 in the bed of the truck. The individual in the back of the pickup truck died upon impact. The driver and passenger of the Honda truck were taken to CHCC, where the driver was released, but the passenger is still being monitored at the hospital. The dump truck had 2 individuals that were checked on site and released with no injuries. A fatal motorcycle crash on Tinian leaves 1 resident dead. The Department of Public Safety responded to a call on Sunday, January 31st around 1 a.m. reporting a motorcycle crash at Tachonga Beach. When officers arrived at the scene, a male named Patrick Cabrera, age 28, was lying unresponsive off the roadway a few feet away from a motorcycle. Witnesses at the scene stated that Cabrera was seen that night at a bar consuming alcohol before following a group to Taga Beach. Cabrera continued driving the motorcycle from Taga Beach toward Broadway before heading to Tachonga Beach. Soon after, a loud sound was heard by witnesses. DPS states evidence shows that Cabrera was traveling south before hitting a curb, entering a sidewalk, and into a grassy area. His helmet was found 40 feet from where he was lying and was shown to be used improperly, as the chin strap was tied in a knot to one side. Testing upon arrival has confirmed one new positive COVID-19 case in the CNMI. According to CHCC, the individual originated from the U.S. mainland and has been moved to isolated quarantine at Kanoa Resort. Contact tracing has been initiated for passengers from the same flight and immediate contacts. This brings the total to 133 positive COVID-19 cases in the CNMI since March. The demolition phase of the Northern Marianas College buildings that were destroyed from Super Typhoon U2 is now complete. Typhoon U2 came through the Marianas back in 2018 and left much destruction, especially to the Northern Marianas College, where 37 of the 39 classrooms were ruined. NMC Interim President Frankie Elliptico says the demolition project at NMC is one of the most extensive ones in the CNMI.
If you walk out now and look at the area, it's all come down. So all the, not just the buildings, but also the barricades that were covering it. So if you drive by, it's a blank slate for the Northern Marianas College to begin its recovery and rebuilding activities. Buildings
A through J, Q, R, and S were demolished. And now Elliptico says NMC is ready to move forward with the facilities master plan.
That allows us to strategically plan out the whole campus, both Saipan, Tinian, and Rhoda, to be able to determine what the footprint of the institution should look like, where the open spaces should be, where the buildings should go, and if the building should, and so things that they're looking at are the topography of the college, the flow of traffic, the flow of the wind, the different area, our neighboring facilities, just a lot of other factors that then will inform the A&E projects for the individual buildings.
The plans are to provide a state-of-the-art campus for future generations.
We want to focus on sustainability. We want a campus quad, which is a stereotype of mainland campuses. That's sort of the hallmark. We definitely want to plan, facilities for the next generation.
Right. NMC is projecting between $75 to $100 million to completely rebuild the college campus.
We have since last year, 2020 and 2021, have applied for and secured various funding that will get us to that goal. So the first one was the US DOE, and the total amount for that was about $22 million, and that was announced last year. The CDBG funds are approximately $14 million. The EDA funds are $10.7 million, and other funding sources that are becoming available are helping to get us to that entire amount.
Elliptico says there will be multiple groundbreaking ceremonies for each building as construction begins, with structures to be completed within the next 2 years.
We're planning to work on A&E for the remainder of 2021 into 2022. And keep in mind that our buildings are, very substantial, multi-million-dollar buildings, so the design process is longer. And, another 2 years for construction. Yeah. So we hope to be on our way to being complete by 2024.
After the break, we tell you about a development that will bring food production to the CNMI. Stay tuned.
Jose and Pedro were born on the very same day. Jose liked to play sports. Pedro liked to play video games. Jose's favorite word was pass. Pass me the ball. Pedro's favorite word was pass too. Pass me the rice. Jose is retired and has both time and energy. His life is just beginning. Pedro has diabetes, hypertension, and gout. His life could soon end. Eat less, play more, live longer. Brought to you by PHI, the pharmacy you can trust. One of the best things you can do during the pandemic is to get yourself healthy and strong. Gold's Gym is a great place for a tune-up. Wide open workout spaces with dedicated cardio, free weights and machines, personal training, group exercise, and good nutrition. Short-term daytime promo on sale now, just $159 for 3 months. Call 233-4000. Buy one, get one free for the off-road adventure at Marianas Trekking. Come ride our side-by-sides at our best price ever and experience a great 90-minute trail ride. Rain or shine, hopefully rain. Book now at Marianas Trekking, Saturdays and Sundays by reservation. Call 323-8735 or book at marianastrekking.com.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. More food will soon be produced in the TONIGH as a new slaughterhouse is in the works. Here are the details. The Northern Marianas College Cooperative Research Extension and Education Services, CREASE, is working with the Commonwealth Development Authority, Tinian Leadership, and the Tinian Cattle Association on the development of a cattle industry on Tinian.
Right now, what we're actually focused on is getting the slaughterhouse USDA certified. As you guys know, Tinian has a history of cattle ranching. In the past, it was also the breadbasket of the Marianas, so there's a lot of food production going on there. And we hope to tap into the collective talent that Tinian has in cattle ranching.
Coleman says the USDA approval of the project is 50 to 60% finished, as the slaughterhouse certification for the Tinian Meat Processing Center has been approved by the Food Safety and Inspection Service in Hawaii.
There's a process to it. So part of the major steps in that process is the acceptance of the food safety system for slaughter products plan. So this has been approved by Dr. Bell, who works out of the USDA Food Safety Inspection Service office in Hawaii. Then what happens after that, we're actually issued an establishment number. And then through that establishment number, we can move through the next process to finish the whole certification process.
The goal of the slaughterhouse is to increase economic activity as well as provide an increase in food security in the TONIGH.
Working with the mayor's office to enhance the current training capabilities of those who will run the slaughterhouse. And thankfully, some of them have extensive experience with slaughtering. One worked previously with Tony Pellegrino with his slaughterhouse. So we're working on that now. Planning the training for that, and we are working with Mr. Joel Rildine, who's actually retired from the USDA FSIS, to help us work through this process.
But the slaughterhouse will be for more than just producing food.
The mayor's office has planned, and the Tinian leadership, to provide experiences once tourism opens up around the slaughterhouse. So that has also been submitted to USDA Food Safety Inspection Service for approval. So in addition to the slaughtering per se, also stimulating some other economic activities through providing experiences for tourists through the slaughterhouse.
The groundbreaking of the new slaughterhouse is projected to occur within the next 3 to 4 months. It's important to watch over the youth now more than ever during this pandemic. Nonprofit organizations are teaming up with government agencies to do just that. Sally Lemus has this story.
Diego Sablan is the Chief Executive Officer of a new program called Youth Empowerment Solutions. During a Rotary Club meeting, Sablan shares with several business officials a plan to create solid resources that will help the youth.
We're working currently with DOS to see how we can assist those with, challenges with whether it be school, whether through the court system. We have a counselor that can assist, and we have partners also that they can come in and assist at whatever the need of that individual, our youth and their family. We feel that we can help them with the programs that we have in place.
Some of those programs include counseling and mentorship. Sablan says the goal of this program is to help build character.
We want to empower the youth, and very important that we empower them because we have to give them tools and able to resolve some of their challenges, rather than giving them all the answers or doing it for them.
Conversations with the Youth Empowerment Solutions and the Division of Youth Services have begun, and Sablon is confident the partnership will work.
Well, DYS plays a big role. You know, they are the state agency for the youth, right? So the Department of Youth Services. So our goal is not to replicate their services. Our goal is to see what areas we can come in and help them with services. So that partnership, you know, and again, we're still in the early stage of this with the work. We haven't really had anything concrete, but our company is working directly with them to assist them with the immediate needs, and they do have some immediate needs that we're trying to address. The long-term goal is to build a program, working collaboratively together to you know, work with the youth and their families, anything under DYS. So that's our long-term goal. But for now, we're just trying to address the immediate needs.
At the Rotary Club meeting, Sablon introduced the launching of the program to his fellow Rotarians. His goal is to get the entire community involved for the betterment of the island's future leaders.
So collectively, I think I've seen the advantage of having a nonprofit come in and get involved in community work. As you can see around the islands, you see some of the Lions Club, like the bus stop, and you know, whether it be a beach cleanup, right? The Rotary comes in and they do the same, and also get involved in you know, like the youth programs. It's a good partnership, you know, when you have government, private, and nonprofit working together. I've seen it work, and it can work well if we all collaborate, you know, our resources together. It really is about that, putting our resources together, making it work for our community.
If you want to learn more about the Youth Empowerment Solutions program, you may visit their website, yescinamai.com, or call 235-8378. Reporting for KSPN News, I'm Sally Lemis.
Thank you, Sally. All right, coming up, you know, softball is returning at the end of this week, but what about baseball? KSPN2 Sports is in the on-deck circle waiting to bat.
Foundation promotes the culture of giving back. The foundation and its generous partners are committed to supporting programs that include health, education, and sports. Initiatives that promote arts and culture, the environment, and tourism will benefit our community and our residents. Giving back and making a difference will help ensure that the island paradise we call home will be a better place to live.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Ghost Gym, and today I want to go over some exercises that you can easily apply into your current exercise program. Now I have here with me Vince, and he's going to be demoing some of those exercises. Now the first one today is going to be a one-arm dumbbell row. Before I have Vince here execute a few reps, what we want to remember with virtually any exercise is your setup. If you start in a bad position, it's not going to look good, and it's certainly not going to feel good. So a common mistake with here is obviously a rounded upper back, and as you can see, he's not very rigid or stable. So what we're going to do is correct that just a little bit. So his supporting arm and his leg that's supported on the bench as well is we want to lock that in. Open up that leg a little bit to allow for a better path on that dumbbell. With the elbows coming up way too high, you can see the shoulders riding forward, and that's not what we want. So ideally, what you want to think about is pulling with your elbows and stopping right at the midline of your body. So in this position right here, you can feel his entire upper back along with his core.
Did you know CNMI's coral reefs and seagrass ecosystems are worth about $115 million a year, coral reefs alone are valued over $100 million a year. All the more reason these precious ecosystems must continue to be protected. Coral reefs are important to the people of the CNMI because they provide traditional and subsistence uses, production of commercial food products, recreational opportunities for a healthy tourist economy, and physical protection from storms. Do not break or collect coral to take home with you. We need them. Corals are living animals, and it takes decades to create reef structures. Planting trees, grass, and shrubs on bare soil helps prevent sediment from entering our oceans. Trees also help fight climate change. Use a rain barrel and collect water from roofs, yards, and paved surfaces. You can help keep storm water on your property and pollutants out of waterways by building a rain garden. The ocean floor isn't a dance floor. Stepping on corals can break them. Maintain buoyancy when snorkeling or diving. Nutrients from excess fertilizer increases algae growth that blocks sunlight to corals. Coral reefs need clean, clear water to survive. Help keep our beaches litter-free. Always take out your own trash and a little bit more. Anchor in sandy areas away from coral and seagrass or use mooring buoys so the anchor and chain do not drag on nearby corals. Reduce, reuse, rethink, repair, refuse, recycle. Do not feed the fish. Do not take or step on coral. Do not collect shells. Do not fish. Help with local tree planting community events, local beach cleanups, and get involved in protecting your watershed. Participate in training or education programs that focus on reef ecology. You can make a difference. Please contact Nina to get involved in community conservation.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live. Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, it's the end of an era for local baseball. Two people instrumental for its organization and success are hanging it up. Of all the team sports in the CNMI, the one with the most international accomplishments? Baseball. Ex-player Tony Rigolefoy has served the Saipan Baseball League in various capacities for the past 25 years.
We've accomplished a lot. As a coach for our All-Stars national team, I was very happy because we managed to take 2 gold medals, one in 2006 for the micro games here, and then when we traveled to New Caledonia and we got our 2nd gold CNMI national team.
Rose Igital comes from a baseball family. Her father was one of the best in his time.
He was a catcher during the Japanese time, I think. It was a Japanese time. He was a catcher, and then I remember he would bring his team over to the house, and they would camp out in my mom was a baker, so he would camp them out there. 4 o'clock in the morning, they take them out to the water and the ocean, and they go swimming. So yeah, every time there's going to be a tournament, a game, he would do that.
Rose's brother Dave was the first president of the Saipan Baseball Softball Association back in 1982. The second president was Tom Pangilinan.
It was, I have to say, it was about 89, 90, and it was under good old Tom Pangilinan. He brought me in, and I was his secretary, treasurer.
Rigolefoy is the first athlete to be inducted into the CNMI Sports Hall of Fame. Old-timers consider him to be one of the top basketball players ever produced on Saipan.
I was president for a few years in basketball. Then I decided to move to baseball because I know that I can help, coach. Because I learned a lot from Ray Brown when he was here, giving us clinics, hiring and coaching too. So I think I got stuck in baseball, and that's what happens when you got the 2 gold medals for the island.
The two leave behind a capable board.
Mr. Ben Jones, our VP, Bernard Cabrera, Mabel, MLS for the umpires. Ray, of course, on behalf of Danko. Danko has always been with us. May he rest in peace. Mr. Tom. But most of all, I want to thank my other half, Tony Rigolefoy, for being there all this time. He really put in a lot of work for baseball, and he was there for me also.
She says baseball here is truly a community-wide program.
I want to thank the players and the community for their support, and all of the sponsors throughout my time as president. I want to thank the sponsors that came out and really thanked us. Helped us out with our teams, and also when we go off island for tournaments. We appreciate their contribution.
The two volunteers devoted a combined 56 years to this sport. And for you, it's really a volunteer. So why did you do it?
Why did I do it? I enjoyed baseball. I would tag along with my parents to come watch the baseball games. And I guess it's just in the blood, in the family. And David, my brother Martin, my brother Pete, everybody played baseball. And it's just been there, dinner tables and just story time. It's baseball stories.
Now they say it's time for them to move on, and they welcome new blood.
I think it's about time that we give opportunities to others to come in and try, run the program. We still have the board, current board members here, Mr. Vice, and the rest are still here. So we just hope that everything will go fine, from now on. Yeah. We need baseball to be organized every year.
The Saipan Baseball League is looking for new leadership and welcomes applicants. An organizational meeting will be set sometime in the very near future. In the meantime, the question is, what's the status of the 2021 season? Baseball traditionally starts here in February and March, as in right now. But SBL Vice President Ben Jones says, hold on.
Before we get into that, we need to fix the field, man. As you can see the background here, look at this fence, the backstop, things have to be again. In reality, we can't do anything here unless they fix everything that is needed to be done.
The backstop, the grandstand, the lights, they all need fixing, even the infield. There haven't been any games here since 2018, pre-YouTube.
We can play, but safety-wise, this is not, we need to do the cutouts because the boys are used to that, the pathways from first all the way to third home. We'll keep the grass infield, and then maybe just the cutouts from bases. That should work.
Repairs to the Oliai Sports Complex have begun. FEMA funds are standing by, but there's no word yet on when the field will be ready for the new league.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Go-karts, off-roading, and the driving range now open at Marianas Trekking. Go-kart track will be open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with 50% off when you book online at marianastrekking.com, hours 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Use the promo code HOFFA50 to get your discount. Off-roading is open too by reservation. Come on a 90-minute trail ride that is perfect for families. Book online at marianastrekking.com. Golfers, come practice on the driving range. You can even pay online, and we will have the balls waiting for you. Come see us weekends at Marianas Trekking, 323-8735.
Today's high 86, the low 75, humidity 75%. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, some scattered showers here and there. East winds 20 to 25 miles an hour. High 86, low 76. Seas are rough, 9 to 12 feet. Small craft advisory still in effect. Sunrise tomorrow morning 6:45, a high tide at 11:22, a low tide at 5:38, sunset at 6:15. And for the record, for 2020, the Saipan Airport received 54 inches of rain, and the yearly average is 70. So way below average there. All right, that is your news, sports, and weather. Thank you so much for watching on this Monday, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday.